Oh, hey guys. I can't do Irish. I can't do an Irish accent. Anyway, hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be doing a video talking about St. Patrick's Day and it's kind of some ideas / predictions. I'm not going to go detailed in different acts and stuff because of course that's not going to happen. We're likely going to get one kind of building with a character and maybe a new decoration. We'll probably only get one character and one building. Maybe two buildings, maybe three, but we won't get any more than 3 buildings, that's for sure. And we're only going to get one character, and we could probably say that for sure. We might get a few new decorations, that might be cool, but for the most part, we're just going to get one character and a few buildings. So I just thought we'd go through this real quick. I just want to quickly say, first things first, thanks to Sam. He basically, on his blog, he made this list, and I took a few of his ideas and put them into this. So this link will be in the description, so please go check out this if you can. It's a pretty cool little thing with some ideas he's listed. So here's my main idea, and this is the one I really hope they do, and the main one I hope they focus on this year. And this is Patrick Farley, and he will come with Our Natural. Now, Our Natural is an exotic bakery. It's a bakery that sells exotic cakes. Sells obviously sexualized cakes in the shapes of genitalia probably, and of course it comes with Patrick, and Patrick himself is Irish, and that's where I've sort of got this idea from. I know it's not a particularly Irish themed building, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be an Irish character, I think. And you know, it's the business he owns. It's a bakery. I don't know. I just think this would be the coolest thing to have, and this is the main thing I want to see. I definitely want to see Au Natural, and I want to see Patrick. So that's my main idea, and that's all. I'd be happy if they added that and nothing else. To be honest, that would satisfy me in terms of St. Patrick's Day, because I don't expect much. However, there is a lot more they can add, so let's do it. So these are a few buildings and decorations they can add. So first of all, we have the Darby O'Guzlin's pub. This is across the street from O'Flanagan's, so that's pretty cool. They can throw that one in. We have the Simpsons and Son pub. Now this is what it gets refurbished into. This is what O'Flanagan's looks like when it gets refurbished. So they could throw this in as well, I guess. Maybe as a skin for O'Flanagan's, or they could just make it a whole new building. Either one, I wouldn't really care. Here is a little, like a barge. These are called barges. Of course, we have the Duff Beer Bomb, we have the Pot of Gold, we have an actual St. Patrick's one with the actual St. Patrick, so that would be maybe a funny one to add. And then we have the 2,000 Years of Irish Cops barge, which I think these all are pretty funny. And of course, here we have the police station, the Irish police. This is the police station in Ireland. And then here we have a police car, an Irish police car, and an Irish police van. So they can throw those in, and maybe they could just do a police themed one. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. And they could add one particular character we'll talk about later on. So yeah, that's a few things there. And here's a few Irish cottages. Now, of course, there's O'Flanagan's pub. There's a few of these kind of like old themed cottages here. They could throw in any of them, to be honest. And of course, I think this is the Notre Dame. I think this is the thing they added last year, or it might be this one. I'm not too sure. There's a couple of these kind of churchy things. I don't know. They added. It was like a background thing, really. So that's pretty cool. So they can throw in some of these cottages. Here we have the Dunkleberry sign. They can throw that one in there as well. That'd be kind of cool. We have the Freckle Surgery sign, which is pretty cool. We have which is amazing. We have the Giant's Causeway. I've actually been here in real life, which is pretty cool. Which is neat. It's neat. It'd be really neat if they added this, because of course it's a real life location I've been to, and it's how my island got here, I think. Some giants did it. And then we have Derriere. Derriere is, of course, I think it's a spoof on Ryanair. I think the plane company, I guess. I think it is anyway. And of course they could throw this in, and of course obviously because we have the whole airport thing, we've had the whole Destination Springfield. It might be they might sort of tie it in, and maybe they'll tie it in with that, and they could tie it in with this plane. They could throw the plane in as like a decoration you place first of all, and then they do some stuff with from that plane, and then you can get your character and building. Maybe that would be kind of cool though. I mean, a nice way to link Destination Springfield with St. Patrick's Day. I'd like to see that. And then we have the boy that most resembles a potato. They could actually add him as a character, I guess, but I mean, they would just be pretty much cool if they added the barge. I'd only want to see the barge really. This is an Irish obviously thing with. It was on St. Patrick's Day, I think. And we have more. Wait, what more? So we have Colleen's Secret, and we have Mac Fifth Avenue. Now these are two buildings that are just there. They're not really Irishly themed, but they're in Ireland, is my point. So these ones are not ones I would expect them to. Maybe they can add them down the line, but at the minute I don't really care if they don't add them. This is the car they rent out in Ireland. I mean, they could throw that in as well, just an extra one. We have HF Hewlett Fitzpackard. This is HF, obviously a parody on HP. And so they throw that in again. We have Microsoft. That's it. They can throw in that building as well. And then we have Cisco Systems. It's another one they can throw in. I mean, all these buildings here, they're not really St. Patrick's Day themed, but they are an island, so maybe each year they could just throw in one of these as an extra building. That I'd be happy with that, but I wouldn't want them to completely center on these kind of buildings. Maybe just one of these buildings is like an extra. And here we have a few more. We have Bog Bath and Beyond. Again, this is another one I wouldn't want them to focus on. And then we have the Taco Belfast. That one I wouldn't be too bothered if they sort of focused on it. We have the Guinness factory now. Of course, there's probably rights with all these. Well, maybe the Taco Belfast, but and the Guinness, there might be problems with the rights here. But obviously, this would be really, really cool if they added the Guinness factory. Of course, is where they make good old Guinness, and it really, honestly, Guinness tastes like shit. In my opinion. And next up we have Mick Ellis Island. Now this is really, really cool. This is like a little island off the coast, and of course it has this big building. It has this massive statue. This would be a really, really cool building they could throw into the sea, into the ocean, that you can place in the ocean. A building that you can place in the ocean. I think that would be rather cool. Definitely one I hope they add one year. Maybe this is the one I want to. I definitely, apart from Our Naturel, this is probably the second building I want to see the most. And then we have the Blarney rubble. It's the rubble from the castle that we got ages ago in the Clash of Clunes, when it sort of tied that into St. Patrick's Day. And then we have an Irish bus. I guess it's more like a London bus. Well, it's a bus to Dublin. The Dublin bus. Call it the Dublin bus. So that's pretty cool. And then we come to characters. So first of all, when I was talking about the barge, I reckon they could add that barge, that cop barge with the Irish cop. He's actually appeared. He appears in the first St. Patrick's Day episode in season 1. He also appears in the Party Posse episode because he's one of the good cops that arrests LT Smash, which I noticed. And he's a kind of a background character, but I guess it would be kind of cool, and it sort of ties into the old Irishman. I reckon these guys are related. I don't know why. I feel obviously the ginger hair and the fact that they're Irish, I reckon they are related. I reckon this is his dad. The old Irishman is this guy you've seen a couple times in the background. It's like a protester or something like that. And he's seen it a few times. So both of these, the Irish cop and the old Irishman, I definitely want to add one of these guys one year. If they can't add Patrick's, I'd probably say the Irish cop. We have Judge Potato Head. This is I don't know. I don't get this. I think it's something to do with potatoes in Ireland. I don't know. But the fact that he's a judge, and he's the guy obviously declares that Abe and Homer are to be deported. So yeah. They can throw in him, I guess. It would be kind of cool. And then of course we have Colin. Now Colin's a bit of an odd one because he's in the Simpsons movie, and he's only really appeared in like the cameos and stuff in other episodes. So it would be a bit weird because they don't tend to talk about the movie. I think the movie's kind of non-canon at this point. I'm not too sure I don't know. I'm not too sure if it is non-canon, but I don't know if they will add Colin. They don't really tend to add. They haven't added anything so far. This is exclusive to the movie. Obviously, Plopper appears, or Spider-Pig, whatever you want to call him. He appears multiple times throughout the episodes. He doesn't just appear in the movie, so it's a bit different with him. But Colin, I'm pretty sure, has only really appeared in the movie. So it would be cool to see him there eventually, somewhere down the line. And then we just have a few, like, these are kind of like oddball characters. These aren't really like massive characters, but these are ones, if they get desperate, I guess they can do. So of course we have the pilot and the co-pilot of the Derriere. They could throw these guys in again, I guess. They could be non-playable. Wouldn't be too bothered. We have the hipster Yupricorn. He's like the, or I don't know what you want to call him. He's just the second Yupricorn. There's 2 Yupricorns. They've left out this one. I presume they'll add him eventually though. We have the Guinness tour guide woman. They can throw her in there, I guess. She's kind of cool. Oh, she's the woman who gives the tour. We have the Guinness brewer. I see them adding this guy for some weird reason. I just see him getting added. Of course, he's the guy who brews the Guinness in the factory. We have Old Man Smoke, or just Smoking Old Man if you want to call him that. He's the heavy smoker in the Tom O'Flanagan's bar. He's also there's also like a guy who looks slightly like a younger version of him in the flashback. So I don't know. We have the Irish Nelson. Pretty cool. They can throw him in there as well. He's kind of a coolest one. We have the Irish street musician, maybe as like a non-playable though, and then we have the Irish police again. These guys could be possibly non-playable, but honestly all these characters are really like sort of blink and you miss it characters in a way, and that's why I wouldn't really be too happy. The ones I want to see are these guys first. I want to see these 4, and of course Patrick, and then they can start adding these guys. I'll be happy enough if they add all these. If they add these 4 and Patrick, so that's 5 characters, then they can start adding these background characters. And anyway guys, that is it. That is my presentation. That's all the stuff, and that literally is all of it. I maybe I've missed a few things from other episodes, but they tend to only go from that one episode when they're in Ireland, and that's where they tend to bleed all the St. Patrick's Day stuff from. Well, there's nothing wrong with it, I guess, so it gives us something every year for St. Patrick's Day at least, and they didn't just waste it all. But the only problem is that obviously it's there's not really much they can add, and it's getting less and less every year. But I reckon there is plenty of stuff here. There's plenty of they have plenty of stuff for at least. I honestly think they have plenty of stuff for at least 5 updates, 5 years. I mean, or 5 years of St. Patrick's Day. So there's nothing we need to be worried about. I think there's plenty of stuff. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these ideas. Please tell me anything that I missed that you guys think I could they should add. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next video. Goodbye.